Well, hello farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy Mistermoose. And we're back here on Manchester with the soul mod enabled. Alright, so where are we at? This is day 2. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. And we finished up the canola yesterday, got that harvested, we got that field sprayed with herbicide. So really, we're waiting on noon to roll around to give us our current moisture monitoring on 4 and calculate that, and then we will probably spray some water into it. Meanwhile, today, we are going to do some harvesting of oats. We're going to start prepping field 6 back here, or whatever it is, and do a few other things around the farm. Controls update. I finally got track IR working. Now, confession, it doesn't work in this tractor. But I'm not getting rid of this tractor. I got rid of the other one because I did say that the soul mod didn't work in it, so I got rid of it. But I just really didn't love that tractor. I mean, I thought it was neat, but I didn't like it. And in all honesty, all those all the little add-ons and everything, it's just too much for me. And the bouncing around of the comfort ride suspension, which was the real killer, I just couldn't take, so got rid of it. No big deal. There'll be other things that we can do. I just kind of want to look around. You have to remember, I'm still learning all these fields, so I don't know exactly the layouts of them and where best to do some things. So I'm looking for where I can come and lay out a course for course play for that field, and I think it's just going to be right over here. The nice thing is, with this field harvested, I can do this now and not have to worry about anything. So we'll start right here and record our course for course play. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the combines up to run, this guy to empty them, and then I am going to set up some, we'll put some lime into this field, set the plows up, and then we'll do a few other things as well. So that's my game plan anyway for this edition. So let's go ahead and clear out that course, start recording. So one other thing that happened yesterday, after the recording was done, and keep in mind I'm recording this on Friday, for Friday on Thursday. So anyway, so after I did the video yesterday and shut down, I went ahead and did do a nice stream at noon on Wednesday. And it was really great. We had about 50 people or so pop in for it, which it was, you know, not announced. It was an impromptu thing, and I just put the little thing up on YouTube, and everybody found it and showed up, and it was really nice. At one point we had about 30-40 people in there at the same time, and really good conversation, and I enjoyed that a lot. So thank you for everybody for stopping by. What did we do? We mowed grass. I bought a Moco mower and windrow, and I went back there and basically I just mowed grass for a while, and it was pretty cool, and it worked out good. So we've got our grass stores built up. So today we're going to feed the cattle a little bit. We're going to get them some water, so they can start producing milk for us, because we need to get that done. I think I'm just going to bring this right here and let it stop and let it monitor the field from here. So it should be okay. So that's going to be where we stop our course at. And we'll call this field 6. Yeah, I think I said grains to silo field 6. Grains to silo field 6. I really need to start organizing all this, but you know, Pretty soon it'll get out of control, but not so much on this field because we don't have to worry about every individual grain going to the silo like we did on Brabant. Alright, so that guy is good, and I can basically come in here and set him up. Working back to, let's see, yeah, I want him to be on combine mode, and four-wheel drive activated. He's got plenty of gas. Y'all, I was mowing grass on the live stream. I got so wrapped up in the conversation, it was paying more attention to the side chat, I ran out of gas. I felt like such an idiot because I had just like a few minutes earlier commented in the stream, well, you know, I probably need to go get gas pretty soon, and then I ran it out. Brilliant I am. Alright, so we'll start that there, and we'll jump into a combine. We'll get it started. Alright. And I think what I'm going to do, just to start, I'm going to roll down here and come in the field way down here. Just because these, this side here looks a little narrow. And I should be able to get a full path before it has any issues. I really only need one combine in this field. It looks like it's not that big of a field. And it doesn't look like about 5 or 6 passes. So we might just set one combine up for this. So, what else did I do yesterday that I'm really happy about? One thing I'm really happy about is I finally remembered to go in and edit my controls and get rid of that stupid hired helper on my B button on my control pad. So there should be no more of that anymore. And what I did was, since I had that button free, then I bound that to GPS so that when I'm doing work in the tractor, plowing or whatever, and I'm using GPS, I can hit the B button to automatically enable, and I don't have to reach over the keyboard and do anything. So I was kind of happy with that, getting that set up. Can already see an issue up ahead, so let's go ahead and stop the driver here, back him up, drive course. We should be okay there. Yeah, and we'll tab through till we find this guy, and we'll get him started up. And we'll go ahead and pull over here. Like I said, I just don't see the need in hiring another worker for that field. It's just too small. So we'll just go ahead, put this right here for now, and I will unfold the head, drop the head down, pack up the rear end on this thing, and we'll go park it real quick. And then when we get over here, we'll grab a tractor, and we're going to grab our lime spreader, and we're going to put a little lime out into to the field. So all right. Oops. Alrighty. So that got shut down there. Thought he was shut down. Alright, so we'll run over here. We'll grab our Fent. We'll grab our baby Fent. Oh, I added another tractor in too yesterday, and we're going to add one more in today. I went ahead and grabbed another 1050, just because this 1050's plow so much better than this 939. So that extra couple hundred horsepower is it adds up there. As you can see, I got Trek IR back working. So That's a good thing. I don't know what it was, what happened. I messed around with it probably for 3 hours yesterday, trying to get it to work. Couldn't get it to work, couldn't get it to work, couldn't get it to work. And was just about at my wit's end. And I decided to uninstall the software and completely reinstall it. And that did it. I hate when I do that. I go to back up and drop the weight. There, we got that. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up after cleaning the sensor and repositioning the sensor all around the office and unplugging it, replugging it in, and cleaning it again, and cleaning the little things on your hat, and just everything I could think of to try to get it right. I just finally gave up, and ooh, I've never seen a tractor do that. That's cool. I've never gotten a tractor on 2 wheels making a turn like that. Crazy. But yeah, at the end of the day, all I had to do was basically uninstall the software and reinstall it, and that got me all fixed up. And so we are back with Track IR now. Alright, so that guy's there. No, I didn't want to drop that. And I didn't want to move off the tractor. Sometimes I just forget what buttons I gotta push. And now I'm gonna do the old push shove. Yeah, I know. I suck at back in dollies, and I'll be the first one to admit that, so I position my headers the old-fashioned way with a little push and a shove. Alright, so running over here, and we'll get over here to where we keep our lime spreader. And we're gonna have to get out and move that John Deere, I think. The one thing about Track IR that I noticed, it seems like my camera sits down a bit lower, and I don't get the camera angle down so much that I got before. I think we can get out of there. Yeah. Alright, so we need to turn our GPS on. And come on over here. I'm going to start on this far side. And we'll spread some lime onto this field. Now again, our pH is 6.8, and that's fine, but we're going to lose that pH as we're going to lose pH as we move forward. So come on, line up right. There we go. Let's make sure we're adjusted here to maximize our spread, and it doesn't look like we are, so come on over. So if we look at the field, we're pretty much where we were when we started the planting on field 4. We're 43% moisture. pH is neutral at 6.8, which is where you want it to be. But again, if you look at our fertilizer numbers, 3 and 1 or 3 and 2, we know that we're going to end up doing a load of herbicide on this, which is 2 points off of our pH. That's going to get us to 6.6. We're going to have to do probably 2 fertilizing, or we're going to have to do 1 spread of fertilizer for yeah, for that, that's going to drop us down 2 points. So that's going to get us down to below 6.4. So, yeah, so we'll go ahead and put some lime on the field and we'll get going with that. So. What do you mean I don't own this field? How did I harvest this field and not own it? I know I purchased this field. I thought I purchased the other field as well. Pretty sure I purchased the other field. And why is that guy not running over there? By that field. What is going on with this guy? Combine. Alright, just go ahead and make him. Stop, driver. Let's get closer down here to this guy and we'll pick him up. That's the only thing about not using, or about using the same combines. You don't know which one's which a lot of times. This is the one that we should use, so we'll select manual, drive course. He should go get it now. Right? There we go. Alright, so let's head back up here to this field. And since we own it now, we can fertilize it. I could have swore I purchased this field. Apparently I didn't purchase that one yet either. So I'll have to do that as well. I must have purchased them and then not saved the game. And had to restart for some reason. That must have been what it is, because to purchase them, you had to run way out in the middle of the field. Well, I feel bad. I harvested a field that I didn't own. I really don't care. Alright, so here we go. Liming out. And we'll get this going. Oh, what else is happening? We just had a huge rainstorm here. Sorry about that little camera glitch. I went to look out the window to see how bad it was raining. And, yeah, that walked y'all all the way around the cab. I can tell that's going to be an issue with me using, that's going to be an issue with me using Track IR and doing live streaming. I sort of figured that out yesterday. I didn't use it in the live stream because it was goofing off and I couldn't use it, but I can see, whoa, you're wrong direction there, buddy. I can see where I'm going to have an issue with that, because if I use Track IR for Farm Sim in the live stream and I glance over, because like I'm going to demonstrate, this is where my laptop is for me to monitor chat and to read your guys' comments. So yeah, it's going to be interesting every time I turn to look at read chat and my camera goes all over the way. One of those things to think about. And whoa, I ran out of lime already. Holy shnikes. That thing uses way too much fertilizer. I was just talking about that with Castaway Dave yesterday, that it uses too much. Wow, it just cleaned me out in that little bit. Shakety, 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 shake. The whole world quakes when you get a little lime. Yeah, so when we get up to noon, all the values for the moisture will recalculate. We'll lose some moisture because today is one of those 22C days So we're gonna lose a little water in the fields. There we go. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. Alright, so we'll head back out here, see where we left off. Looks like right in here. It's so nice to have white dust on the field versus yellow dust. Here's where we left off. And I must say, already I'm liking having GPS. I'm liking having the activator on my gamepad. It makes it a lot easier. Instead of having to take my hands off the gamepad, reach up, hit Control W on the keyboard, and then get back and steer a little bit and everything. Everything's right there on the gamepad. They need more buttons on the gamepad. They really do. You know, like buttons underneath. Little flip-up pad that's got a whole bunch of buttons on it. I like to have about 100 buttons on my gamepad. Then I pretty much could do everything. Y'all know I'm joking, right? Though more buttons would be nice. More than 4. Have yet to see a train come down through here. I don't guess there's a train on this map. So we'll get this baby all limed up, and then we'll grab the 1050s, we'll put them in the field and let them plow. And those two idiots are stuck in the field. Yay! Course play. Why does that surprise me? Or not surprise me? Y'all know I have a love-hate relationship with courseplay. I really do. Sometimes it just works flawless. Sometimes it works to just annoy me as much as absolutely possible. Alright. So yeah. So John Deere over there decided to sit in the field and do absolutely nothing. So what we'll do for a solution on this is we'll just request the driver, which will move his dumb butt out of the way. Courseplay! Alright, well hopefully they can go on and function and hold hands and be nice and play together right. Let's see, snap that there. And we'll go ahead and lock in on that. And we'll go ahead and move forward. So we get that done. So when we plow this field, we have to take into consideration that we are going to gain a little nutrient off of the canola chaff that's in there. Look at moron. Oh, let me run into the trees over here. Oh, good Lord. I swear there's an algorithm in Courseplay that says if obstacle within, 100 yards, steer towards. If no obstacle within 100 yards, relocate somewhere else. And even auto combines over there not doing anything. God, this is so ridiculous. Oh, man. I may have to reset. There we go. And today it's stupid farming with courseplay. Courseplay. Oh man. Alright, so let's haul this over and be done with it now that we got our lime out. And I'm sure we'll have to babysit those two morons again. Go ahead and move this guy forward just a little bit. Alright, so we'll get this guy backed in and we'll drop him off. I really do need to sell that Amazon. I thought I had already sold it. A lot of things I think I do, and then maybe I get sidetracked and I end up resetting and I didn't actually do it. So alright, so we'll set this guy over here to the side and we'll get our plow set up. So we'll go grab these guys. Grab our nice new shiny Fendt 1050. And we'll go grab a plow. And we'll get started with that. Come on. Come on, get on it. I'm right there at it. How am I not connected to it? Guess I'm off just a little bit. There it is. Oh! Looked around the balcony and ran into a building. I was trying to figure out why my truck RR tilted all over the place a minute ago. I was just gonna run into every building. I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and unpack this guy. And change the siding on that. And we'll go get this other one. There we go. Get our dirty as all get out one. Somebody commented about how dirty all my machinery was. It's because I have dirt on really fast. You know, I like for them to get dirty quick. They look better. I don't clean them very often either. Alright. That went a lot easier. Sometimes the track IR is a little iffy. Sometimes it's better to look this direction than it is to look to the left. Goes our little JCB doing his thing. It just depends, you know, on what you're doing. Alright, so let's get this guy flipped over. Not lowered out. Flip. Alright, so we'll jump into course play, and we're doing field number 6. So if I jump into field work mode, calculate field 6. No, not field 7. I guess this is field 7. Duh! Alright, so we need to pull this on down, and remember our working width is going to be 9.6 meters. That's going to be the combined width of both of these units, which are supposed to be 4.8 is what we decided. But I run them at 9.6 I was running them. Anyways. So we'll roll them down. Let's just go 9.4 meters. And that'll be safe. Starting corner on this is going to be our northwest corner. This time we're going to be headed east. We're going to do 2 headlands. And we're going to generate that course. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my lane offset 1 for this guy. And it's going to be 1 to the left. Hey, come on down to 1. And I'm going to activate symmetric lane change. All that looks good. 4-wheel drive should be activated because we are plowing. And come over here and we'll drive around in a circle so we get to where the actual starting point is. And then we'll go ahead and send this guy on his way. Lower him down. And drive course. Alright, and into this guy we go. We'll do the exact same thing for him. We'll put him into work mode. Field number 7. 9.6 meters. 9.4 meters is what I did. 9.4 northwest. 2 to east. 2 headlands. Generate course. Come here. The lane set on this is going to be 4.8 meters. Oops, to the left. Activate symmetric lane change. 4-wheel drive active. And we'll get over here and get started. Where is the edge of this field at? There it is. Alright, and those guys will do their thing. And that frees us up to do something else, which is spend some money. Alright, so what we're going to do today is I need one more tractor. I need a front loader. I could buy a Merlot and have a telehandler on site, but we're not going to be doing any bale handling, so I really don't see a need for a Merlot. What I do see a need for more is just a tractor that we can use all purpose, and we can also use it for front loading. We can use it for you know, mowing grass, whatever, something with a little bit of horsepower and everything else like that. So rather than jump in here and get one of the stock tractors, we're going to use a modded tractor this time. And I've been looking for a reason to use this one tractor, so this today is going to be it. We're going to be using the Case Puma 230 CVX done by Timber. He's just done an awesome job with this tractor, and it's probably one of the better mods that's out there right now, just because of the versatility that it adds. It's, you get high horsepower on it. It's 269 horsepower. It functions not only as a tractor, but it also functions as a front loader as well. So you got your front PTO, rear PTO shaft on it, but you also will have the ability to hook a front loader onto it as well. So we're going to go ahead and purchase one. I'm going to go with the black just because, I'm different. I like to get that. We'll go ahead and get it. I'm going to hold off on getting the twin wheels for it because I'm not a twin wheels kind of guy. But anyways, so we'll get that. We'll also go ahead and pick up the front loader attachment for it, which we don't need. Why would we have all that stuff? Let's go back here to go back here to the regular front loaders. Pick up that one, and we need a bucket. So we'll grab a bucket. And I'm also going to go ahead and pick up the tipper here, the Brantner tipper, except I'm not going to get that one. I'm going to go get the modded one, my ROS one, Mr. Rosenthaler's Brantner ROS. I like this tipper. So we'll get it, and we're going to get it in black. And that will about do it for the gear that we're going to get right now. And we'll go ahead and get all that delivered to the farm, because the dealership has a deal where if you buy enough equipment, they deliver for free. Which, I don't have a problem with that. A lot of people, have a problem with you buying equipment, having it delivered straight to the farm. In real life, if I purchased that kind of equipment and spent that kind of money, they're going to deliver it to the farm. When I purchased my last tractor, they came out there, did everything in the world to it, and brought it, dropped it off, dropped all the implements off for it, checked all the connections and everything, connected, disconnected every single implement, and showed me the hands-on how to do everything. Even though I've done it a million times, I still let them do it, just because in a way it's quality control. It verified to me and them both that it was working and it was functioning right, and there were no issues involved. So it is what it is. I really should have gone 9.6 on these guys, or 9.7 instead of 9.4. It's a lot of wasted space, but it can't be really corrected at this point, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so let's tab over here to this guy. And why do I like this tractor so much? If you haven't seen this tractor, haven't used it yet, the 230 is really cool in a couple of senses. It's got a little bit of IC on it. Y'all know I'm not really a big fan on IC. So if we go inside it, I'll show you the IC real quick. Of course, you got your door, you got your armrest that'll come up, and the steering wheel. Woohoo, that's all fancy and everything. Over here, you've got your front forks, fold and unfold, power on the computer screen. You can get a different view mode of it, so that's all cool and everything. I guess it doesn't do a whole lot for me. A couple of them up here are kind of cool. Now I kind of do like these. You got your sunshade here, you got your sunshade here for late in the afternoons, and then you got your pop-up hatch for a little air vent. I do like that. That's kind of nice. Back here in the back on the window, you've got your rear window open. We'll go ahead and leave that open. And then you've got, if we bring up the help menu, if you hit the X button, if you've got the duals on, you need to have your side markers that let traffic know that you've got extra wide load on it. So you do have your side markers that fold out to let traffic know that you've got duals on. So that's about that. So where this thing really shines is out here on the side of it. If you walk up to you can put the duals on it, and you can walk up to it, and you can do a lot of different things from the outside of it. You can actually, just by hitting if you get to the right spot, you'll get a thing that says mount on off, and in the help menu you'll see an R for that. If you hit R, it's going to take off the fenders off of the tractor, so if you want to take the fenders off, you can. The other thing that you're going to have is if you walk straight up to the very front of it and you hit R, it's going to put a mount plate on, and that mount is what allows you to put the front loader on it. So we put the front loader on it. We've got it on there. If you purchase the duals in the shop, you can put the duals on it as well. Yeah, it's got a real good sound to it when you fire it up. You know, it kind of purrs like a kitten there. Though it has a weird sound to me. I mean, I like the sound of it right here where it's sitting in idle. But when you get it and hammer down on it and run it, I don't know, it just kind of... I don't know, it's just not completely there for me, but it's alright. But it's nice to have a tractor of this size that you can dual purpose, you know. You can use it as a front loader, but you can also have it as something that you could actually go do a little field work with. So, kind of dig that about it. Alright, so what are we going to do with it? We're going to run over here with the bucket and the trailer. We're going to scoop up a little bit of grass, throw some grass into it. Oh, there was one more thing I meant to buy and I didn't. That's okay. I'll get it. Oh. So we'll come in here and we'll scoop in here. I wish we could get a modder that has actually driven a tractor to mod these front loaders. In real life, in a front loader, you have a guide or a gauge that lets you know where your bucket is when it's all the way down, because you can't see your bucket. Even if I took the fenders off of this, I wouldn't be able to see my bucket, which you probably should take the fenders off while I'm using the front loader. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Come here. Come here. Take those off. But even with them off, you cannot see your bucket. You cannot see really the elevation of your bucket. In real life, you would have a bar that comes down the right-hand side on the inside of my forks, down the right-hand side fork. On the inside of it, there would be a bar that is hooked to the, it's hooked down to the pivot head of the forks. And there's a little bracket, and where the bend is in the bar lets you know what the profile of your bucket is doing. So if your bucket is down, the bend's going to be out of the bracket. If your bucket is, you know, pulled all the way back, it's going to be all the way back, and it lets you see where your bucket is actually at as far as the face profile of it. Now, I know that doesn't 100% matter in this game because, well, let's be honest, the animations on the buckets and everything isn't really that great. And sometimes you can fill, like we were talking about on Colborough, you can fill a bucket up just by driving in the general area of the manure. So, but I wouldn't mind having a little touch more realism so you could see your bucket and understand what the face of your bucket is doing when you're pulling into this stuff. And you know, so you can scoop up your grass and everything. And no, I'm not using a joystick for this because if I had a G27 I would, but I don't. And with the gamepad, my throttle is on my right trigger finger, so if I took my hand off to do joystick work, I wouldn't have my throttle. So I'd be still sitting in the same place doing this exactly the same way as I am now, so. So we're just gonna scoop up a little bit of grass here and get our grass to go into our cattle. Start giving them a little something to feed on until we get our TMR made. Basically, we're in the same shape as we are in Coleborough now. Did that not go into the tractor? And it's so funny. I think if I push harder and harder on that thumb stick, that I'm actually going to get my hydraulics to go down faster, like they would in real life. That should be plenty of grass for now. And we got to come back and do the... We got to come back and do straw as well, so... Oh yeah, that's going to be plenty of grass. We're actually going to have way too much. That's plenty for 20 cattle. If you haven't ever been in the cattle bin on this particular map, it's a different look. It's really kind of nice. There's a Fat Albert standing there. I mean, really, if that guy was in red and blue jeans, and he was roofing some girl, or, you know, giving her quaaludes and taking advantage of her, it would be Fat Albert. Oh. But he would never do that, right? He'd never do that and lie about it. I'm evil, I know. Moose, that was uncalled for. Alrighty, so we'll roll back over here and we'll do it all over again with a little straw. Is that gonna work where we're sitting? No. So anyways, real cool little tractor. I think it'll be a good asset for us to have. And why won't the trailer release? Oh, it's because we're in a tipping area. I forget that all the time. Oops. What 1050 is slipping? It's not that one. And these guys are being stupid, and this guy is run into a wall. Seriously, where is he at and what path? Oh, this is like the very first path he got stuck on. Wow. Oh, it's because I overlaid that way too much. That, like I said, that 9.4 was way too much. Or way too shallow. I should have gone either 9.6 or 9.7. I just couldn't remember off the top of my head what I have been doing. I knew I was scaling it back a little bit, but yar, that was a little too much. So, anyways, I'll manually do this fence line real quick, and then we'll jump on and move forward. Jump on it. So anyways, I do, this video will run on Friday. If everything works right, I think Friday afternoon, Recon and I are going to do a little forestry together. And so Saturday's video will probably be forestry. And I don't know what we'll do for the weekend, but we may take a brief hiatus from this particular map. Just because we have spent an entire week on it. I don't know. You guys give me your comments, because I'll have enough time if he and I do in fact record some forestry on Friday. I will have a little bit of time to go ahead and rethink what I'm going to do. So you guys can go ahead and give me your 2 cents into what you would like. Do you guys want to just stick with Manchester for a little bit? And or do you want me to go do a little bit of time on Colborough and work on Colborough Park? It's up to you guys. We can take a few days break from it. I'm actually enjoying this map. You know, once again, it's new, it's fresh, it's getting started. But at the same time, I don't want it just to be we're always starting a new map and just, you know, not getting everything done. So, alright, this guy's working. And these guys are stuck over here because the John Deere is in the way again. So, simple thing is request the driver. And I'm going to ride this guy up here to the middle of the field. And we'll go ahead and purchase this field, because again, I thought we had purchased it. So I watched a whole bunch of mods yesterday, and by that means I went through them and checked them out to see if they were worth a darn. Now there is a lot of trash out there. There are a lot of really bad mods out there. I probably went through 8 John Deere tractors yesterday, and all of them were just junk. Which is one of those things. It's like when you find this one that is really decent, and the there's a version of the 8430 out there. It's like 8430 version 2 weight, and it's got like a front weight on it and everything else like that. It also has the dual wheels on it, but when I went to put the dual wheels on it, like the front wheels would only go on one wheel. The dual would only go on one wheel, so it was junk. Timber has a version of a 70, I want to say it's like a 78 series. But it's got that stupid plow script in it, and it bounces all over the place. Oh, this is not going to work. Yep, I got to go get a different bucket. Got to get a different bucket. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. But yeah, Timber's got one out there that is, man, I could put that really big mammoth bucket on here and just do everything. It's unrealistically big, but with this big tractor, we could actually pull it off. That's what we're going to do. Front loaders. And go through the buckets here. The mammoth front loader bucket. This thing's just unrealistic. I really need to adjust the capacity down a little bit. It's 5,000 liters. But it gets the job done. And then while I'm in here, I might as well go ahead and buy the other piece that I needed, which is a water tanker. So let's go ahead and get that. And you know I'm going to use this guy here, the Zune hammer. And that'll be good. And of course, we'll get those to the farm. Alrighty. See, that doesn't look so bad on this tractor. Oh, it does look bad on this tractor, doesn't it? It's just, it's a front end loader bucket. It's a little too ridiculous on here. Yeah, I can't do that. That's just absolutely too ridiculously bad. Alright, so back into the garage we go. Maybe if I was just playing and I didn't care about people watching the video at all, I might get that and use it, which I did for a while when I was playing My Big Country. But it's just so ridiculously big. Alright, mods, front loader. What I'm looking for is there is this guy here. This fork with grapple. This will do straw and grass, everything. This will also do it too. That manure fork will do straw. Will the standard manure fork do straw? I don't think it will. Ooh, thunder. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It's thundering big time here. Let's see. I can't do straw with anything in there. That doesn't do straw. That doesn't do straw. Yeah, so that's the reason I've got that modded fork. There is, this modded fork is actually on the official's beta site. You can get these two come together in a pack for you to be able to do straw and chaff and grass and manure. So we'll just get this fork with grapple. Except I didn't actually get it because I'm an idiot. Where am I at? Wow, I'm just brain dead. Too many things going on outside my window right now to think about. So no work for me today as the sun starts to come up and the thunder and lightning is outside. I will not be on the water for yet another day. Surprise, surprise. Can't work when it's thundering and lightning, can't work when it's windy as all get out, and I can't work when the waves are up over 3 or 4 feet. So, I shall not be working today. Alright, let's open that grapple up. Anyways, this grapple is on the official's website. You can get it there. I think it's funny how it loads up in a nice big brick like that for you. But yeah. It's such a funny animation, the way it peels it back layer by layer. And there are the text messages. Moose, do you realize it's storming outside? I don't think we can work today. It's so funny. Either that or that's the severe weather warning coming in from the weather service. See, you come for farm sim and you get into the life of a boat pilot. A boat captain. Anyways. Alright, so we'll grab one more grapple here of this. This video's getting a little bit long. And I'm going to have to make some phone calls to tell some deckhands not to come to work today. Which they should already be smart enough to know that, but... Alright, this will get us a little bit of straw and get us going. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Moose, you could have bought a conveyor belt. Yeah, I could have. But that wouldn't have been as fun, would it now? And I wouldn't have been able to showcase this tractor. Which has been over-showcased by everybody and their brother, but Yeah, I hadn't said anything about it, so I hadn't found a reason to use it. Man, isn't it nice to have a big honking tractor with a front loader on it? I mean, we could use the 1050, but to me that's overkill. And the 1050 needs to be doing other things other than doing that. So we give a little bit of straw to these kids, and I can add more straw to it off camera. Get a little water on them, and then we'll be done for this episode. Look at that lady over there getting a back massage. Get cleaned up. And this video is probably pretty darn long. See, I don't know. I think I started... I just don't even recall when I started. I'm horrible with that. I'm just going to park this right over here for the time being. This field sure does have a lot of our farm. Sure does a hello. How you doing? What's up? No, I'm just kidding. It sure does have a lot of people just standing around not working. They're just kind of admiring the scenery. Hey. Alright. Grab this guy. Run over here to this one back here, I believe, is water. Looks like water back here. And we'll get some of that paid city water. Gotta put a water pump in. As much as we're gonna have to water and everything, we need a water pump. Alright, so we get a little water to give to our cattle while that's working. Let's just try to check where things are. Looks like those two are done. So let's go ahead and stop this driver. So we ain't paying him no more. And I gotta pull him up here to get that last little bit of seed out of this guy. And then I can go put these guys to sleep for a little while. I'm still toying with the idea of buying a cornfield, but there's really not one available, so it might not happen. So I looked and I didn't see anything. Oop, jump, jump, jump. There's field 14 is available for corn, but it doesn't have very much in it, and it's not almost not worth the return to do it. I could just go mow some more grass and throw some grass into a bunker and get my silage versus going and cutting that field down. But at the same time, I could go ahead and buy it and cut it down. Alright, so we got our oats all taken care of. This guy's full of water, so now we can head back over here to the cattle barn, put some water in there into the water trough, which is back here in the back next to the big giant manure pen, which is funny because the cows are over here, but the new manure pile and the conveyor belt is over there. It's very interesting. Hello guys, don't move. Don't move. I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's see. I forget the commands on this thing. One of them lowers it down. Nope, that ain't it. Oh well, I already filled it up and didn't even realize it. Oh well. I failed at that one. There are some controls to actually move that water head up and down, and nope, that ain't it. I guess it's when you hit the A button. I forget. I missed an opportunity to animate a water tank. Alright, well, anyways, that is done. So we've got water into them, and that's all we really have right now is cattle. So we got that taken care of. Hopefully they'll start producing a little bit of milk, and we can move forward with that. And y'all probably saw over by the gas tanks, I had to, like I said, I had to buy a little gas tanker because in the live stream I did run out of gas, and so had to buy a gas tanker. Alright guys, so that's about going to do it for us. Part of our plowing is done. I'll just pull this guy right over here for now. Get it out of the way. And yeah, so this guy's still plowing here and getting this part of the field done. The other one is finished, and we'll have this field plowed and ready to move forward. And yeah, so we're making progress. So we're at 11:42. The next step is going to be the fields will calculate the moisture content. We'll get updated numbers on that. We'll probably end up having to do a little bit of work on spraying some water in the next episode, and then we'll start the process of plowing and cultivating. We'll plow field 6 over there, and we'll cultivate field 7, and just continue on making headway. But that'll be the next time we come back to this map. Like I said, I'm not sure that will be anytime soon. We may take a break and get ourselves into either some farming, some logging, or back onto Colborough for a couple of days. Yeah, I know. I'm horrible at backing up dollies. That's like, when I look at these, I think, do I really want to get those? Because I'm going to have to back them up. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video today. And I hope I covered everything I was going to cover in it. If you like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up on it. And don't forget, of course, to subscribe if you haven't already to the channel. And we'll do another video tomorrow. And like I said, tomorrow's video might just be forestry. It will be forestry. Let me put it that way. If Recon doesn't do forestry, I'll probably do forestry alone and put a forestry video out. Because, yeah, that's probably going to be our next thing, is to do some forestry. And then we'll come back probably on Sunday with our next little bit of agriculture. So, or maybe we do a couple of days of forestry and then we come back and do agriculture. I don't know. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. And come on back tomorrow and join me then. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate it as always. And again, thanks for everybody who stopped by for the live stream. It was great talking to y'all. And we'll do it again over the next couple of days. We'll be doing plenty more. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.